right, good morning, everybody. Beetlejuice debuts in theaters. We've got a poster to give away on the air this morning from FGB Theaters. Thunder Road action returning tomorrow night. Driver Brandon Gray is going to be joining us this morning on the line. I can't wait to chat with him. And we're going to shed some more light on Vermont's housing issues in the headlines today. Fly on the Wall Productions, live on Facebook and YouTube and streamed everywhere. You got your podcasts on the web at airedoutvt.com. Welcome to the podcast. We are, well, pretty much either side of 50 degrees for most of us waking up this morning in Vermont. We're going to rebound nicely to the upper 70s later with sunshine and some clouds and clear in about 50. Tonight it's going to be really nice sleeping weather. Tomorrow, generally sunny. Highs going to be topping off in the lower 70s, and looking ahead to Saturday, cloudy with some off and on showers in the afternoon. I think they're saying like 50% or so for the afternoon, and a little more likely as we get into the evening. But this thing is going to be pushing through, and Sunday looks much better, partly cloudy and 60 degrees. National Be Late for Something Day today, and I'll tell you right now, I've got a meeting at 9:30, a big one, and that one is, I will be skipping out probably around 9:25, so we're going to go fast and furious this morning, get you caught up with what's going on. I'm seeing I got a call here this morning right off. Mark Shelton calling me. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, JD, how you doing, buddy?
What's happening? How are you?
Oh, good. Running around here and there all over the Northeast. And actually a couple weeks ago, I was down in Florida for a conference, so a convention exposition kind of thing, which is pretty awesome. How are you?
My man, I'm doing great. I hear the rumors that you're going to be up on stage at the Orleans County Fair in Barton, which I think starts like right now.
Yeah, it opens now. But I'm on at 2:00 at the stage. They have one stage off to the side there for everybody this year, and I will be there at 2:00 and singing a bunch of Elvis and a bunch of other stuff and having some fun, man.
Oh, that's so great, man. Now, I know that I'm going to be asked here, is this the full Mark Shelton band, or what's the deal?
No, just me today. The band, they have several of these guys are professors in universities and high school teachers and music teachers, and down in Boston. And there's one guy who our horn player, he just does the most incredible functions with young people. So they're 2:00 is a tough shot for them coming up from Boston, but we will be doing stuff here later in the fall. So we'll see what happens.
All right. What have you been up to lately, and what's on the horizon for Mark Shelton?
Lately, this month I've been doing a lot of shows, and here and there and everywhere. And I'm gonna be in Rhode Island this weekend, but like I said, I was at the Florida. It's called the Florida Festival and Entertainment Association's Exposition and Conference Convention down there near SeaWorld, right across from SeaWorld. And it was incredible. All entertainers and everything that makes a show, from security fences to, basically how to monitor things, to costumes, to balloon animals, to gigantic things. It was incredible and a great time. And then, just singing. I'm going to be doing something in Newport, Vermont, which I'm looking forward to this Saturday at 1:00 at the Goodrich Memorial Library. I'll just be singing crooner and love songs.
God.
For their 125th anniversary of the library. And I grew up in that little town, so that library means a lot for me,
Well, listen, man, we love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for connecting in with me this morning. And 2:00 today, you'll be on stage at the Orleans County Fair.
I will be. You should be able to recognize the look.
All right, buddy.
Love you, man.
Yeah, we'll love
Take
you
care.
too. We'll catch you soon. They're saying 10,000 people are expected to be visiting the Orleans County Fair, which is such a favorite among Vermonters between now and I think Sunday is when it wraps up. Amazing. Brandon Gray is going to be joining us here in just a little bit. A lot of chat about this guy behind the wheel at Thunder Road and White Mountain. He'll be joining us in just a little bit. Checking sports here quickly. Red Sox lost 8-3 to the Mets last night. They're going to take a night off tonight and start up a series with the White Sox tomorrow night. 7:10 first pitch. The 2024 NFL regular season kicks off tonight, 8:20. So many of us are excited about it. A rematch of last year's AFC Championship game between the reigning Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Baltimore Ravens. This is the time when football fans start getting really, really worked up. A quick check of Vermont headlines from CAX, PTZ, Digger, and the Times-Argus. And I know there's a ton of news going on in Vermont. But the big headlines this morning, we have this new state report that's showing Vermont needs to build between 24,000 and 36,000 homes by 2029 to keep track of need. And at the moment, Vermont is way behind pace. Got this off Channel 5. This report has led Governor Phil Scott to once again sound the alarm and say that housing is the key to many of the state's issues, whether that's the aging demographic, whether that's affordability and jobs. Housing is the foundation, and added some exemptions to the legislators' Act 250 and land use bill from last session to help in the short term, but the state needs the exemptions for longer than the roughly 27 months that are left. What a mess. Times-Argus this morning, local officials working on a plan to provide impacted property owners with a reimbursement for water filters due to old cast iron pipes causing water quality issues in a couple of spots in Websterville. So news out of Barrytown this morning. The search for a new home for the Central Vermont Career Center has tentatively been narrowed from nearly 200 sites to 2. And neither is in Barry, where the center has operated since it started in 1969 over at Spalding High School. So you can read, obviously, more about these stories in the Times-Argus today. Pick up a copy if you can. Shout out in the business spotlight this morning to Ruth, your Quick Lube and Auto Center. You're talking about fast, reliable auto needs, mechanical needs, oil changes, whatever it is, brakes, struts. There's something going on with my car again. I don't know what it is, but yeah, state inspections, detailing, of course, that's what they're known for. Full service auto repair. Sounds like Ruth, your Quick Lube and Auto Center. Family owned for over 20 years. Stop by to see the variety of high-quality pre-owned vehicles that are right there on the lot. South Main Street, Barry. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. 622-0080 if you want to get on the calendar to maybe have a little reconditioning done. My car is so filthy right now. It's outside and inside, but especially right now. Believe it or not, the outside. Ruth, your Quick Lube and Auto Center, we appreciate you. And, yeah, they're busy over there, so get on the line and get in touch with them. National headlines, we get of course, sad story about this 14-year-old shooter that killed 4 people, 2 students and 2 teachers yesterday. Unbelievable. Wounded at least 9 others at the Appalachia High School in Winder, Georgia. Yesterday, roughly 50 miles northeast of Atlanta. The attack, the deadliest school shooting in Georgia's history. The shooter, who was a student at the school, was taken into custody alive. Authorities have not publicly identified a motive. I know the Georgia Bureau of Investigation and the FBI has some intel now, which I think is starting to come out this morning. But this 14-year-old going to be charged with murder and tried as an adult. This happened shortly before 10:20 in the morning. and came after a phone call warning to not only Appalachia School, but also 4 other schools. Schools in the area are going to be closed for the remainder of the week as this investigation continues. But what a sad story yesterday. Unreal. President Joe Biden preparing to block Japanese-based Nippon Steel's $14.9 billion purchase of U.S. Steel, according to all of the reports that were coming in yesterday. U.S. Steel shares closed down 17.5% in the news. So the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States is going to be evaluating this, and the United Steelworkers Union, of course, not very happy. If the merger were to go through, the combined company would become the world's 3rd largest steelmaker with 86 million tons of annual capacity. Social media app X is going to be debuting a beta version of a television app available on Google TV as well as Amazon Fire TV. The company says they want to become a video-first platform. Exactly what we need. We have a prospective hostage and ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas. It's about 90% complete, but disputes remain over the exchange of prisoners for hostages and the redeployment of Israeli forces in Gaza. That's probably, at least what I can see this morning, probably the biggest story worldwide. What a mess. I know that I said it yesterday, but what a mess. It really is. We're going to see if we can get Brandon Gray on the line. This is a driver that has had quite a season. My man, good morning to you.
Good morning, buddy. How are you?
Man, I'm doing all right. You've had, I mean, last season was pretty hot for you. But this one, exceptionally, I'm sure you have gone home a few evenings and just been shaking your head at how things have unfolded.
It's been one of those years that you kind of dream of as a kid, and there's no way to really put it into words what's happened. But it's definitely been one of them summers that's been busy, but it's been rewarding all at the same time.
You have, first of all, thanks for coming on this morning, and I appreciate your time. 23 wins this summer. You raced roughly 50 races so far in 2024. You're not only known on the track at Thunder Road, but also White Mountain.
Yeah, so we had a busy summer. Like I said, we raced Thursday nights at Thunder Road, Friday nights at Claremont, and Saturdays at White Mountain. And obviously, with all the rainouts, we've had a couple, Sunday shows, and it's been overwhelming for sure. But it's been, like I said, just one of them summers that it seems like everything's going right. And obviously, we all know how fast things can change, but it's been rewarding as ever for sure.
So you've been running Thursdays through Saturdays for pretty much every weekend
since the last weekend in April. Yeah, it's been one of them summers, but been busy. Haven't even gone to the lake or nothing. Just been racing.
And what about the enduro too?
The enduro was great all up until till the motor blew up with I don't know, what was it, 40 to go this year, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
It was fun. That's the best race of the year if you ask me.
Points leader at Thunder Road and White Mountain.
Yes, for sure. We won the Triple Crown at both, which that concluded over the last couple of weeks, I think the last 2 weeks ago. And we're leading the points at Thunder Road. I think all we have to do in order to wrap that up is just start on Friday night. And then White Mountain, we're leading. We've won 10 straight there at the moment. and we got that pretty well wrapped up at the moment, but not mathematically, I guess I should say.
Yeah. Brandon, you have had several microphones shoved in your face here over the last couple of years.
Yep.
What have you said to to anyone interviewing you about getting a little hot under the collar a few times? You are extremely competitive, as one would expect someone with a success rate like this to be. But there's been a few times where have you felt like you've had a little bit of a target on your back at times?
I feel like the younger I was, the more I expressed that under the collar feeling, and I feel like it definitely causes I wouldn't say a target, but it definitely gives people something to, if they feel they can rattle your cage and make you make a mistake.
Right.
For sure. I feel I've kind of stepped away from that role, just growing up as a young adult, I guess I should say. And I think I've gotten away from it a lot. Like the other night, Logan Powers and I ran really hard for 25 laps, and I think years ago, the way he did the old bump and run, or tried to do the bump and run, years ago, I probably would have said, well, his night's over. But now the new me, I just kind of, all right, bounce back and put a line together and get back to the front. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that persona is definitely starting to change. It's got to be changing. The people in the grandstands don't think so, but I do.
Yeah, you seem to have quite a following of lovers, but also and I don't want to say haters, but you've got a huge fan base here, but you also have some people that you've stirred up a little controversy.
Yeah, and I think that's what's the best thing about short track racing, especially in the Barrie area, is the people are so enriched in the history of racing in the Barrie, Montpelier, Washington, Graniteville area that you need the characters.
Yeah.
And to say it nicely, I feel I'm one of the characters. Like there's people up on Bud Hill that absolutely love me, and they buy shirts and they're there every week. And there's people on Bud Hill that want nothing more than to see the double hill car struggle, and I think that's great. I don't take it personally. I think it's good for racing. I think it's good for the racetrack. I think it's good for the community. It gets people involved, and I don't like it one way or the other. I think it's great, truthfully.
Wow, well said, my man. What are you doing to get geared up and ready for tomorrow night?
So tomorrow night is we obviously have done our typical maintenance program that we do every week. The guys and I at the shop, and we found some stuff that we didn't notice, I think, Sunday. We'll get that squared away tonight. Our main goal, though, is we got to race Saturday at White Mountain with the same car. And that race has been moved to 12 o'clock sharp time because of the weather that's coming. That's kind of been a role we've all played this summer, is the weather. So the biggest thing for us is just going to be make sure we get through the night with one piece, because we need that car for Saturday. And then obviously Saturday, I expressed we're taking our Friday night car that we usually run on Friday nights at Claremont over to White Mountain, as there's a race that pays $5,000 to win, 100 lapper.
That's right.
And I feel we got a really good chance with that program. I'm pretty excited for that deal.
It's a nice sized purse, man. I'm gonna try like hell to get there. I'd love to see you again, shake your hand, and watch you on a track anywhere. Brandon Gray, thanks so much for coming on with us, buddy. Good luck tomorrow night.
Not a problem, buddy. I appreciate it, and thanks for having me. And we'll see you around hopefully soon.
You got it, my man. Be
All
well.
right, bro.
What a nice treat, Brandon Gray, this morning here on the Aired Out podcast. Beetlejuice is opening Friday at the Capitol Showplace in Montpelier and Paramount Twin in Barrie. We're throwing out a little bit of trivia on the air, and we're trying to kind of make it a little simple for you. We've got a poster. We've got a full-size Beetlejuice poster. Directly from Hollywood, going directly into the hands of FGB Theaters, then going into the hands of me, and very soon going to be in your hands. So one of a kind. This is something that not everybody gets. We want to give you the poster right now. If you can be the first person to comment the answer here, and again, like I said, making it easy for you. We want to give this to you. So the first person that can answer this, and when I say first, I mean, the first. It's easy. Here we go. What was the cause of death for Barbara and Adam? If you can tell me, be the first to do it. You got the poster. What was the cause of death for Barbara and Adam in Beetlejuice? Let me know. We'll give you a poster. We'll say congratulations. It was an automobile accident. That's correct. Well, it was a drowning as well, yes. But what caused that accident? What caused the accident? I'm looking at the comments here. I know you know. I mean, I even know this. But what caused the accident? The dog in the road, correct, Glenn. But no, Michael, it wasn't a cow. The dog in the road. But Glenn Brummert, man, I don't know what the deal is with him. He must be a Beetlejuice geek because he got it yesterday. I'm gonna give this one to Linda Kuchar because she. I'm gonna give one to Linda Kuchar and I'm gonna give one to Melissa. This morning, I'm gonna make two winners out of this because you guys got it right. It was the dog really that caused this whole accident. But anyway, congratulations, guys. Do I have more? You bet. Tomorrow morning, I've got more, and we'll give them away, and I look forward to it. Congratulations, Melissa and Linda. Nice going. KOB Kitchen and Bath going to be there next Wednesday, broadcasting live. Looking forward to that. Stopped over there yesterday and had a gander at some of the things that I'm going to be talking about, and I'm so excited. Want to give a shout out to William Ravies this morning. 86 North Main Street is where they are. I think, there's a lot of conversation about housing these days and, what's going on with the pricing of housing in the market and with the inventory. Is it high? Is it low? What's going on? Most of us know it's low. But how does that affect us right here locally? We've all heard all of the panic and everything that's coming down the pipe nationally, but William Ravies is dialed into what's happening locally right here in Central Vermont, right here in Washington County. They've got answers to your questions. Give them a jingle over there, 479-3366. FGB Theaters, been in touch with them an awful lot, and I'll tell you right now, if you want to see Beetlejuice, you got to get on fgbtheaters.com and get your tickets in advance, plain and simple, because some of the showings might actually be sold out at this point. We're trying to find out, but don't wait on this. If you want to see Beetlejuice this weekend at either the Capitol Showplace 5 in Montpelier or right here in the Granite City at the Paramount Twin. Get on fgbtheaters.com today. Do it today. Preston Skia, huge selection of inventory over there. It's amazing. They make the car buying process so quick, so simple, so streamlined. They make it easy and less stressful for you. They're a big family over there. Stop in, sit down with someone, have a brief conversation. If you're tight on time, you grab a business card and stay in touch with them. But yeah, sit down, have a cup of coffee, and just chat it out. 51 Gallatin Hill Road in Montpelier. They'll get you into something that you can comfortably afford. Preston's Kia. Get over there as soon as you can. Stay well, everyone. And keep an eye out for the trendy new wellness substance, Liquid Gold, that I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit later on today, which I look forward to. Off to my 9:30, and I can't thank you enough for joining me this morning. Thank you so much. God bless. Be kind. Be happy. We'll catch you tomorrow morning with Lindsay Contois, Amanda Shangra. They'll be on there with me tomorrow morning, right here on Aired Out.